Can you hear me? Work. Again, if you're just joining here, we're going to go live here in probably about 4 or 5 minutes until we go live, as they're going to do a 15-minute practice here. And welcome back, race fans. As we just finished up our street stocks, we're going to be going to Oswego for the Midwest Outlaw Dirt Series Prolates presented by Right Rear Racing. As you see behind the picture there, they're out there currently doing their practice laps. Oswego is going to be a little bit bigger track for this Prolate series. Let's see what we got here. There's the information about the track. The temperature looks like it's going to be good. We have a slight breeze. It's still going to be a half-mile track for these guys to try to conquer it. And the little tower on the side there, that's going to be your hot laps to kind of see who's going to be out there currently. Yeah, the 51 of Jada Mahan as the quick time. Again, this is just for your prolates. And this is for your hot laps, not your qualifying. Still trying to get some things done here on my side. As you see, we have like maybe 3 more minutes until practice is over with. Then we're going to go straight to the qualifying. Currently, we have 10 drivers making the trip to Oswego. We have Scott Fritz that has not made it out to the track yet for any practice laps. And sorry about that with the dogs barking in the background. As we go to the Blinton View, kind of look over the track, we're following Jada Mahan in that 51 machine. As he's going down the front straightaway here, entering turn number 1, exiting turn number 2, down the back straightaway, entering 3, and then coming out of 4 down the front straightaway. It's a little awkward shaped track, but these drivers will maintain it or figure it out. Might be a little tricky for some of these guys, but we're going to get it figured out, and we're going to go racing in about 2 minutes for their qualifying, as these guys are still wearing the track in. Go back to that Jada Mahan in that 51 machine. If you like what his machine looks like, reach out to Outlaw Designs and Wraps for any of your wrap needs on the iRacing side. Again, it looks like it's only going to be 10 drivers that make the trip to Oswego. And we're going to interview the top 3 at the end of the race. Jada Mahan lost his right front there. And we have about 35 seconds until they finish up their practice. Again, we'll give a shout out to Prior to the Snap. If you're interested in any sports podcasts, please reach out to Prior to the Snap. You can find them on any of your podcast channels, or podcast apps, I should say. And if you're in here watching, please chime in. We'll interact with you while we're doing our race. Again, this is only going to be 10 drivers making the trip to Oswego. As they finish up their hot laps, we're going to go qualifying as the checker flag is out for their hot laps. We're going to have one out lap followed by 2 laps. See who can get the quickest lap to start on the pole for the heat race number 1. It looks like we're going to have Blake Dippin and Michael Farmer going out first. So we'll go ahead and get on Blake Dippin in that 01 machine. And we caught Blake Dippin in the victory lane in the street stocks as he's coming over here to the pro lates, exiting turn number 4 for his first lap for the green flag. As he comes out of turn number 4, he's going to get his first lap time. And he might have hit the wall or something because he's not getting a lap time here on me. As Blake Dippin just hit an 18:20, we got Jaden Mahan finished up his with 18:16. We're going to have Trevor Michael in that 17 machine out there. Well, this is going to be his first lap coming on the back straightaway, going to turn number 3. As he's coming out of turn number 4, he should be getting his first lap time. And Trevor Michael's going to get an 18:25. That's going to make him 3rd quickest. See if he gets any better on this second lap. And on his second lap, he's going to get an 18:22. It's going to be quicker, but it's not going to make him jump the leaderboard. That's Scott Fritz on his first lap. Is going to get an 18:14. As you see on the back straightaway, he's entering turn number 3 for his second lap. And going down the front straightaway for his second lap, he got an 18:14 on that lap as well. And Steven Stefanski in that 15 machine is going to be going down the back straightaway. As he's coming out turn number 4. He has 18:42 on his first lap. That's going to make him the 8th quickest. See if he can get a better lap time this time around. He's coming out turn number 4. He's going to get 18:31. That's going to make him the 5th quickest. And that should be your qualifying for your pro lates. It looks like we're going to have 11 drivers make the trip to Oswego. And I think the race control is going to give them another minute and a half to wait and to see if anyone else is going to make the trip, to hurry up and come in here and do their qualifying. Again, thank you for tuning in. Please give the page a like, follow, and subscribe. Please share the page. On Facebook, we're trying to get to the stars. Once we can get stars, we're going to be, anything that we make will be going back to this league with Midwest Outlaws Dirt Series League. And to be honest with y'all, seeing 11 drivers make the trip to Oswego, I kind of wish I would have stayed in and raced this week, but we're over here doing the broadcast. We can't take anything back now. We got Steven Stefanski in here watching now. We'll go over this qualifying real fast. You got Scott Fritz, Jaden Mahan, Blake Dippinett, Trevor Michael, Steven Stefanski, Michael Enox, Gavin Balderas, Michael Menez, Joe Grass, Aaron Huffaker, and Michael Farmer. And taking the grid for heat race number 1 is going to be the Scott Fritz in the 48 machine. On the outside of him is going to be Blake Dippinett in the 01. Inside row number 2 is going to be Steven Stefanski in that 015 machine. On the outside of him is going to be the 10X of Gavin Balderas. Inside row number 3 is going to be Joe Grass of the 27 machine. And starting on the outside of row number 3 is going to be Michael Farmer in the number 98. Let me go ahead and get on one of these drivers here instead of being on Scenic for you. And the way this league works is the initial start is on iRacing. After that, it's on the leader coming out turn number 4. As you have Scott Fritz leading the field to leading the field coming out turn number 4. He's won the last 2 weeks. And as they enter turn number 3, they're figuring out what they can do to hit that loud pedal coming out turn number 4 here.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're green flag racing. Looks like the 01 of Blake Dippinett's going to get that whole shot in turn number 1. Scott Fritz is maintaining that low line. We're going to be side by side coming out of turn number 2. Entering turn number 3 is still side by side racing. Here goes Scott Fritz with a slide job. Gavin Balderas.
The yellow flag is out.
Ended up crashing there. Let's take a look at what happened there while everything happened. As they're going down the back straightaway here, Gavin Balderas on the high side. Scott Fritz got into the wall. Gavin Balderas had nowhere to go and got tangled up in the action there. And it looks like they're still under yellow flag here. You know, Scott Fritz in that 48 machine leading the field with Blake Dippinett in the 01. Steven Stefanski in 3rd. Joe Grass in 4th. With Michael Farmer in the number 98. It's going to be in 5th and Gavin Balderas in 6th. as we're still under yellow flag here. Looks like we're going to be getting the green flag this time around. Coming out turn number 4. Scott Fritz is waiting until the green for iRacing. And they're still going to be side by side enter turn 1, but Scott Fritz is going to get the low line working for him this time around. Blake Dippin is still getting the high side working. And this is going to be your battle for the lead here between Scott Fritz in 48 and the 01 of Blake Dippin. Blake Dippin is going to look on the inside, turn number 1 here. As both drivers are running 2 different lines. And Blake Dippin is going for the slide job. Couldn't clear it, and he's maintaining the bottom line there. Come on. Got lost on my turns. I don't know what's... I don't know what's going on with my overlay. I'm lost track of what lap we're on because my overlay is acting up here. You got Joe Grass slowing up back there. Gavin Balderas is going to be in the 5th position. And you have Steven Stefanski trying to make a move on Blake Dippin. They got the white flag. We're going to be getting the check flag this time around, coming out turn number 4. And you got Steven Stefanski trying to make that move on the 2nd position, coming out turn number 4 for the check flag. It's going to be Scott Fritz in the 48. Blake Dippin at the 01. Steven Stefanski in the 15. Michael Farmer in the 98, followed by Gavin Balderas in that 10X, and then Joe Grass in the 27. Looks like everything's froze up on my screen here. All right, we're going to call this one here. All right, taking the pole for heat race number 2 is going to be Jaden McMahon in the 51 machine. On the outside of him is going to be the 17 of Trevor Michael. Inside row number 2 is going to be the number 11 of Michael Enox. Outside of him is going to be the number 30 of Michael Minis. I keep messing up his last name, but we'll get it eventually. And then rounding out your field is the 62R of Aaron Huffaker. They should be getting the green flag this time around, coming out to turn number 4. Again, sorry for the overlays. I'm trying to get them to refresh, try to get them to clear. They are not willing to clear on my end. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to troubleshoot that, but we're going green flag this time around, coming out to turn number 4.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're green flag racing. Jaden Mahan's going to get that whole shot down on the bottom side. You have Trevor Michael looking on the outside. Turn number 2 is going to be the 51 of Jaden Mahan, 17 of Trevor Michael, with number 11 of Michael Enox. Looks like your battle's going to be heating up in 3rd position between the Michaels. And as I say that, it looks like your battle for the lead is going to heat up as well. As Michael Enoch slips up in turn number 1, Michael Menez is going to capitalize on it. Aaron Huffacker's trying to capitalize on the third position as well. Then it looks like we're going to have a yellow coming out of turn number 4.
Flag is out.
Take a look at this. Another look at it here. As Michael Enoch runs the high line. Michael gave him a slide job, and there's just no room there. And it looks like both of Michaels are going to have to go to the pits. So with that being said, we're going to have Jada Mahan in first, Trevor Michael in second, with Aaron Huffaker in third. And while we're under caution here, I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out what's going on with my SDK. And we're going to go ahead and try to clear that up for y'all. I don't know what's going on with my overlays, but everyone's out now. We're going to green flag racing this time around, coming up turn number 4. And Jada Mahan's hitting that loud pedal.
Green flag, green flag.
And he's going to get that whole shot in turn number 1. Trevor Michael's going to follow suit. And we're going to do this the old school way of trying to count the laps as we do this. Looks like Michael Enoch is in the wall again. As Trevor Michael's looking on the inside, turn number 1, trying to make a move on Jaden Mahan. As we're halfway through this event. Should be 3 laps left. Again, sorry that my overlays are not working. As we see a wheel on the back straightaway there and enter turn number 3. Come this time around, it should be popsicle sticks up in the sky as Trevor Michael looks on the inside, turn number 1. And it was Enoch that pulled him to the pits. One lap ahead. Sorry, this should be the popsicle sticks lap. And we should be getting the white flag this time around coming out turn number 4. This is battle for the lead between the 51 and the 17. As we're on the white flag. Exiting turn number 4. And they made contact. It looks like Trevor Michael slowed down to give Jaden Mahan a spot back. But it's going to be Michael Menez taking the win, followed by Jaden Mahan in that 51. Trevor Michael in the 17, the 62 R of Aaron Huffaker, followed by Michael Enochs. Again, sorry for the difficulties over here with the overlay. I do not know what's going on with it. Hopefully we can get that figured out before next week's live with the prolates here. see what's going on here. See if it actually pulled up. So for our starting lineup tonight, it seems like it wants to work for this right now. So for our starting lineup tonight is going to be Scott Fritz in that 48 machine starting on the pole. Outside of him is going to be the number 30 of Michael Menez. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 01 of Blake Diffnett. Outside of him is going to be that 51 of Jaden Mahan. Inside row number 3 is going to be the 15 of Steven Stefanski. Outside of him is going to be the number 17 of Trevor Michael. And I don't know what's going on here with the lineup, but inside row number, or starting P7, it's going to be the number 98 of Michael Farmer. Outside of him is going to be the 62R of Aaron Huffaker. The number 10X of Gavin Balderas is starting in P9. Outside of him is going to be Michael Enoch's number 11 machine. And rounding out your field is going to be Joe Grass. We should be going green flag racing this time around, coming out turn number 4. And it's going to be the 48 of Scott Fritz leading us to the field. It looks like Michael Menez is taking the EOL, so that's going to give Jaden Mahan and the rest of the outside road move up one position. And we're waiting on iRacing Green to go green flag racing here.
Green flag, green
As
flag.
we're green flag racing now, Scott Fritz is going to be given the green. Outside of him, still 51 is going to be Jaden Mahan. They're going to be side by side there in turn number 1. Then Scott Fritz is going to get that low line going, get that momentum out of turn number 2. Looks like Jaden Mahan's going to inside. He hit that wall a little bit. That's going to let him bobble up. Then we're going to go 3 wide, exit in turn number 4. And it's going to be Blake Diffnett taking the second position. Trevor Michael and Jaden Mahan's going to be running side by side. That's going to be your battle for third. That's Jaden Mahan still looking down low. Everyone else is trying to look up high. You got Steven Stefanski in that 5th position. On your screen now you have Trevor Michael in that 17 machine. He's trying to make a move on the 01 of Blake Diffnett. Go back through the field a little bit. As you see on your screen now, this number 6th place position, that's going to be the 62R of Aaron Huffaker. 7th is going to be Michael Farmer. And the 10X of Gavin Balderas. That's Gavin Balderas looking to try to make a move. And that's going to be your battle for your 7th position. As And we got a battle for 3rd. That's going to be Jaden Mahan. Trevor Michael, that's going to be a battle for 3rd with right there. This also has 15 of Steven Stefanski. As 51 and 17 got tangled up there on the back straightaway. Jaden Mahan's going to take that look on the inside. As they go down the back straightaway, they should be side by side. You got Stefanski taking the 4th place away from Jaden Mahan in that 51 machine. Again, on your screen is your battle for your 3rd position between the 17, 15, and the 51. In front of them. And as I say that, here comes a slide job from Steven Stefanski. in that 15 machine, and he's going to clear him. Made a little bit of contact, but he's still going to clear him here or there. As we say, green flag racing, we have 21 laps left to go in the 30-lap main event. So we're going to have Scott Fritz in first, Blake Diffin in second, Steven Stefanski in third. Then you're going to have a battle still here for the fourth position between the 17 and the 51. They've been battling all night, even in their heat race. Looks like JD Mahan is going to take over the fourth position. Looks like Jaden Mahan hit that inside wall and some parts of his car flew off. Looks like something might happen up front with Scott Fritz in first. I don't know what happened with Blake Diffin. Blake Diffin hit the wall, so he's going to be out. Scott Fritz is going to be in first. Steven Stefanski in second. Jaden Mahan in third, with Trevor Michael in fourth. That's a hard way to get out with the 0-1 of Blake Diffin. And this time around, Scott Fritz is getting the halfway, as we're halfway through with this feature. As we go through the field here, we're going to try to find the side-by-side action. Here goes the 30 of Michael Menez fighting for that fifth position between the number 98 of Michael Farmer and the 10X of Gavin Balderas. Looks like 0-1 of Blake Diffin pulled out of the pits, as you see him in front of the drivers now. Michael Farmer messed up there in that turn. And Blake Diffin, it's going to be 3 laps down here. We're going to go back up here to the front. Looks like we're going to have side-by-side action. This is going to be your battle for your second position between the 15 and the 51. As we have 10 laps left, this is going to be your battle for your second position between the 15 and the 51 of Jaden Mahan and Steven Stefanski. And it looks like Steven Stefanski got on the wall a little bit, and here comes 51 of Jaden Mahan. He's going to take over the second position with 8 laps to go, coming out of turn number 4 this time around. You have Trevor Michael sitting fourth. Scott Fritz is on rails, just leading the whole field. Here comes the yellow flag. I don't know why the yellow flag's coming out, but here we go. We're going to take another look at what happened here. And we're on Michael Farmer here. He's on the front straightaway. It looks like his right front is broke. I don't know if you can see his right front suspension, but we'll take a look at it. The wheel's not supposed to turn that way there. And he's trying to make his way into the pits, and he's in front of the drivers, so the caution flag came out. Okay, so with it looks like we're under 10 laps to go, so we're going to be single file racing, or should be single file racing. You never know what's going to happen with iRacing here. You're going to have the 48 of Scott Fritz leading the field, with the number 51 of Jaden Mahan in second, Steven Stefanski in third, Trevor Michael in fourth, Michael Menez in fifth, Gavin Balderas in sixth, Joe Grass seventh, and Blake Dippinett in eighth, Michael Farmer in ninth. Again, thank you for joining in, watching the stream. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. As the lights are off, we're going to go green next time around. And this track does mess with me as the flagman is on the inside instead of the outside. As you see there on the back straightaway, the pace truck pulled in.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And we're not going green this time around. We're waving it off and not going green. I believe we're trying to give the other drivers their laps back. All right, I think we're going to go green flag racing this time around. Yeah, Scott Fritz is going to be getting the lap pedal, getting the green flag this time around. We're going to be 7 laps until we're finished. Here goes Jaden Mahan looking on the inside. He's trying to take over that lead, coming out of turn number 2. The battle to watch out for right now. Thank you, Rob Stefanski, for liking the stream. The battle to watch out for right now is the 15 and the 17. And that's going to be your battle for third position. As I was told by Race Control, watch out between these two because apparently there's been contact with these two. With 5 laps left, we're going to have Jaden Mahan looking on the inside. Turn number 1, he's trying to make a move on that 48 for the lead, coming out of turn number 2. The 15 is going to be following suit. And it looks like the number 30 is trying to make a move on the inside of the 17 as they come out of turn number 4. That's going to be your battle for 4th position. Again, we're going to go back up here to the front. And they're still side by side with 3 laps to go, coming out of turn number 4. And this on the back straightaway is still going to be the 48 leading the field. Jaden Mahan still getting that low line going. Looks like Stefanski's getting that low line going as well. And at the line, it's going to be Jaden Mahan taking the lead with 2 laps left. 2 laps left in this event. And this time around, coming out of turn number 4, we're getting the white flag. It's still side-by-side action. This is going to be your battle for the lead with with Jaden Mahan and Scott Fritz. As they go down the back straightaway, it looks like Scott Fritz is going to be taking a good hole shot. Here comes Scott locking that line. And Scott Fritz is going to take the win, coming out turn number 4 with Jaden Mahan, followed by Steven Stefanski in the top 3. As we wait for those top 3 drivers to get to the front straightaway and make their way into the front straightaway for a driver's interview. And that was caught on camera there, so it looks like Trevor Michael's probably going to be docked 10 points for what he did on that back straightaway there. And it looks like I still have the heat race results on there. So we have Scott Fritz in the 48 winning the race. followed by Jaden Mahan, Steven Stefanski, Trevor Michael, Michael Menez, Joe Grass, Gavin Valderas, Blake Dippinett, Michael Farmer, Michael Enox, and Aaron Huffhaker. And it looks like we only have the winner that made it to the front straightaway, as the other two did not make it. But let's see if they made it their way to the Discord for their driver's interview. As I'm waiting on Steve Stefanski, since he finished third, we're going to do his interview first. And we're still waiting on Stefanski to jump over here. We want to do his interview first since he finished third. And to speed up things, I'm going to go ahead and pull Jaden Mahan up here. If Stefanski joins, we'll do his interview right after Jaden Mahan's. Hey, Jaden, you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, that was a hard-fought race for second place. How are you feeling going into the feature after your heat race?
Yeah, I had a small incident there in the heat race. It was, it is what it is. Part of racing. Things happen. I was confident. The track was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Come feature time, and I was confident for a top 5. That's kind of all I was shooting for. This track's definitely tricky, so it was fun though.
This track is tricky and it will eat you up if you do not know how to run it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say up until a little over halfway, I was the guy who didn't know how to run it because I was dropping. I mean, I went back to 4th, and I thought, I was like, here I am. I'm going to go back to 5th and just run here. And I found something there on the bottom that no one else was doing. Was able to get back by a couple guys there,
Race control scoring
and get back to 2nd. Then that late race, late restart really boosted my confidence up a little bit.
Oh yeah, 100%. And do you have any sponsors that you would like to recognize while you're on your finish here? A second.
Yeah, I'd obviously Gavin Valderas with the wraps, man. He does such a fantastic job. Car looks great. Pictures are always awesome. And all you guys with the Midwest Outlaws, I love running the league. It's super great. And looking forward to next week.
Sure thing. And I can't remember where we go next week for these pro lates, but hopefully we can catch you on the podium again and give you another interview.
Yeah, I'd like to get one more spot ahead, man. I sure tried there at the end to get Fritz, but I just he's fast in these cars, and anytime you can run next to him is good enough for me.
And you had that momentum there. It's just on that last lap coming out of turn number 2. He somehow got around you and ended up getting the win that way. It looked like.
Yeah, I drove it in, on the white. I drove it in the 1 pretty hard just to try to. I was hoping to throw the slider, but then I realized that it'd probably be best to not cut his momentum off because he'll just cut me over and then get to bottom. So I drove it in deep, kind of checked it up to turn across to get that moisture out of 2, and that checkup gave him just enough grip there to get some momentum on me. And once he got that momentum, he knew all he had to do was cut my line going into 3, so I couldn't throw the slider there, and he had it wrapped up. So good job on him. It was good racing, hard racing, and clean. So that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, 100%. And that with this finish here, this should send you up to, I think, the top 3 in points as well.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. It's we've been leading the street stocks and doing pretty good there. Started from way behind in the late models, but we're picking our way up to there. So all we can ask for is a top 3 finish, and we'll be happy.
Yes, sir. And again, congratulations on your second place tonight in the pro lates. And again, hopefully we can catch you either in the 305 super or street stocks or even over here in the pro lates again on Victory Lane, and we can give you another interview here, bud.
Sounds good, Donnie. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, man. And I still don't know where Steven Stefanski is, so we're going to go ahead and give Scott Fritz his interview now. Hey, Scott, you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, Scott, you've been on rails. It seems like the last 3 weeks. This is your third feature win in a row with the series.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I kind of wish I wouldn't have missed the first week, and then Knoxville we had going good, and I think I ended up getting wrecked. Didn't have that good of a run at Knoxville. We've kind of been on a roll here since.
Yes, sir. Seems like you kind of like the slick tracks, as this track tonight kind of slicked off a little bit. What was your game plan going into tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the pros just because they're so hooked down, hammered down. But honestly, these fix sets for these pros are kind of out of the tracks. You do have to pedal it and kind of wheel it, and mainly just keep it out of the wall in 3 and 4. I hate it for Blake. That's what I was trying not to do. That opening and that top on 3 and 4 is so treacherous. You can just catch it; it'll send you over the wall. And I think he ended up doing that, so I hate it for him. We were gonna have a pretty good race there at the end, but we're able to keep it out of the wall and just kind of be smooth. And Jaden really gave me a good run for my money there on the last at the end, but we were able to come home with it.
Yeah, it looks like y'all were running side by side for the last 5 laps. It looked like, man, that was one hell of a race to put on between you two. Never did touch either.
Yeah, I didn't really expect the bottom to come back like that in 3 and 4, and he was really able to make time, get up beside me, and he kind of had a couple opportunities to just kind of slide me there in 1 and 2, and he didn't take it, and that kind of left me the door to put together a couple good laps and be able to kind of clear myself around the top again.
Do you have any sponsors that you would like to recognize while you're on your victory lane here?
Yeah, just Team CFM, Jules Say Speed Shop, 6-1 Media, Busy Corner Buggies, Sweet Victory, and my wife, parent. Obviously, you guys for putting this on every week. It's been fun.
Yes, sir. And
Thank you.
hopefully next week we catch you again here in Victory Lane. And
Yeah, we got a lot of points to make up, so we're gonna see if we can keep doing it.
you got to be careful though. There might be a bounty that comes out on you if you win 4 in a row.
All right, we'll see.
I mean, I hope you get the 4 in a row, but there might be a bounty out. You never know.
That'll be all right. We'll be okay with that.
Again, congratulations on your win. And hopefully next time we'll catch you over here in Victory Lane again.
Thank you.
And there you have it. I'm still waiting on Steven. That doesn't look like he's going to be making the call to the front stretch. That was pretty interesting to call. I wanted to see his input as well. But it's been a fun night of racing with us calling the street stocks, followed by the prolates. And like I said, it's at the end, it looked like it's going to be the 17 cut off Steve Stefanski, as you've seen on the stream there for a little bit. After the race is over with, that was uncalled for. Who knows? But again, thank you for tuning in, liking, following, sharing everything. Thank you guys. And we will be live again on Monday for the 305 Baker Dozen. And we're going to be doing a post broadcast. Hopefully have it up by Friday. So thank you for tuning in. And